we went out there, played our hardest, and we won a lot of games. And hopefully this year we're going to try to do the same.
What's Wayne going to bring? How much? I don't know how much you've seen him. How much?
I haven't really seen a lot of Wayne. I saw him in high school, a couple of his clips, but he looks like he's a good body. He's a scorer, he's a threat, and we're going to need that out of him. And we'll see today how he plays and how he does.
How important is it for you personally? Coach said, somebody asked him about winning games in the NCAA tournament. He said, for me, I don't look at that, judge success by. They said, but for Kyle and Peyton, it's very important for them to win games in the tournament. You've been knocked out the first round the last 2 years. That's something that you're thinking about?
You always think about that. You always want to know what you can do different in those games and try to get further. And, it starts in the regular season. You got to win games in the regular season. You got a higher seed during the tournament. And, it's going to start with us, the tri-captains, me, Chris, and Kyle. And we're going to have to lead our team, further this year. And, we're just going to have to play with each other and hopefully get everybody on the same page.
Shane better than maybe even you thought. Because you got to see him in the Bahamas now.
Shane's very good. He's a very talented freshman, and he has a lot to learn. He's learning Coach P's system very well, and he's very skilled. And Coach P is just trying to teach him the fundamentals of the game. And I think he's really collecting that, and he's building on that. And he's going to be very good for us.
How tied up do you get in all the U of L UK stuff? That's been something that's been on the front burner with coaches firing back and forth. You guys hear it, I'm sure. And I'm sure people ask you about it when you go to class and stuff.
A lot of people talk about it. It's Louisville and Kentucky, and we try not to pay too much attention to it. It's Kentucky, you're going to hear about them all the time, no matter where you go. And we just try to really just focus on one game at a time, and just focus on mostly our games before them. And when they come, then that's when our mindset will be on them. But until then, we're pretty much focused on Timothy Martin right now.
Last year we were sitting here at media day and we were talking about a new arena, and you were excited to play in it. Now, having a year, and it seems like every game was right down to the wire and electric, and the atmosphere was actually better than Freedom Hall, maybe. You have a serious home court advantage, don't you?
The Yum is crazy. The fans love it. We love it, and they're the best fans in the world. And they come out every day and support us, and they come out and they cheer for us and show us love. And it just really showed how much they love Cardinal basketball just by last year in the Marquette game when they stayed around when we was down 18, and they really enjoyed when we came back. I just think that our fans play a big part of our game.
How much better is Peyton Siva right now than Peyton Siva coming into his first 2 years here?
I'm only as good as my teammates are. I worked on a lot this summer, but I'm only going to go as far as these guys go. I got to pass them the ball, and they got to knock down shots. And I look good when they look good, so that's how it pretty much goes.
What did you work on? What are the main things you worked on?
Just being more confident in my shot and working on my technique. I worked out in the summer, and Coach P worked out. Just little simple things that I can work on to improve to keep it more consistent jumper, and that's something I try to work on.
Did you go home at all? Did you go home to Seattle at all or something?
I went home for like a couple of days just to see my mom and my dad, my nephew, my grandma, and a couple of my other family members. And it wasn't really a long trip home. It was more to say hi to those guys and come right back out here.
Well, a lot's been made about the success of Seattle and basketball. And I guess you've come out of there, you got the tattoo on your arm. Is there a player that you specifically kind of looked up to more than any other?
Man, it was just so many. We got a lot of great basketball players there. Growing up, I was always around T-Will and a guy named Marcus Williams, and watching Aaron Brooks play all the time. And then, once I got older, I really started focusing on the NBA guys, and I started meeting them a lot, like Jamal Crawford, Nate Robinson I knew since I was a kid, and Jason Terry, and those were the guys I really looked up to, and they was really humble guys. When I really got to meet them on a personal level, they really taught me a lot, and so I really respect them for that.
How's this season been maybe a little bit different? You guys are ranked top 10. Does expectations change the way you lead or the way you guys are in the locker room? Because, last year you guys were underdogs a little bit, but this year it might be a little more marked.
Not really. We wasn't really ranked that high last year, and we're not going to let that affect us this year. And, we still have a lot to prove, not only to ourselves but to our coaches. And, we have a tough schedule coming up. So, we're just trying to focus on, every single game and, one game at a time. We got Pikeville and then Bellarmine, and then our first game of the season is Tennessee Martin. So we're just really trying to buckle down and just focus on our games ahead.
How do you stay out of foul trouble? Coach mentioned you may need to play some games 30-plus minutes. How do you stay out of foul trouble when you hold the ball so much? You can control the ball and also you control their point guard. You guard their point guard.
Staying out of foul trouble has been a key factor to me, especially it burdened me for the last 2 years, and something just not make some of the dumb plays. Just being smart about not reaching in and reading the defenses, and that really comes with watching film and being smart about the situations at hand.
Thank you.